lots of outlets and platforms for people, whether you're a musician or an artist.
It's no work back home, so we're in London. There's a lot of work going on here at the moment, especially with the Olympic Village.
Yeah, I'm in the insurance business, so it's a centre for London. London's a centre for the insurance business, so it's good for what I do.
The best thing about London, the filmmaking in London, is people, and the amount of creative people that are around.
Most of the people who live here work 16 hours a day and commute for 3. So you see someone stuffing a sandwich in their mouth at 8 o'clock in the evening, falling asleep on the tube on their way home.
London isn't as integrated as it seems.
A lot of people say, oh, you know, there's this great big class problem, but to be honest with you, it's all quite blurred, the whole class thing. I think there's lots of rich people that want to stay chavvy, and then there's people with like really posh accents that have no money. And I think London's great for that, you know. It's just a really unique, diverse, multicultural place.
When you think about London, what is in your imagination or your idea of London?
When we think about London, a beautiful image.
I imagine London as a very exciting city. Because there's a lot of stuff to do, there's a lot of history.
It doesn't influence the world as much as other nations such as the States do, but it does have a certain degree of influence.
I started to be interested in London since I was 12 years old. It started with my passion for the English language.
I think the world does need London. It's in like every fairy tale, like Peter Pan and everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of magical.
I have cousins as well that live there, and they rave about London, how fantastic the nightlife is. The people there are so nice and giving and willing to help you whenever you need help.
I was thinking a lot about why there isn't an I Heart London t-shirt, and I think it's because with London you don't like it. Like it's an awful thing which happens to you. It's like something you survive, but which ultimately makes you better. So it's not like people walk around being in love with London. People hate London, but they wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
Anybody else? 10 for 1 pen. 12. 1 dozen. Oh, piss off. Anybody else? 10 for a pen. The customer's always wrong here.